businesses in Australia. He's regarded as one of the leading lights in this business in terms of how to build the business and the magnificent team that he heads up. James has recently accomplished the Australian and the Australasian Associate of the Year. So he's very, very well qualified to speak tonight about this magnificent opportunity. So James, I'd like to welcome you on board, and mate, over to you.
Phil, thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Welcome everybody to tonight. It's great to have you all on. And just to give everyone a little bit of a head start, so before we start the webinar, I want to make sure that everybody can hear my voice and you can see my screen. So if you can hear my voice and see my screen on the GoToWebinar control panel, you'll see a little hand with an arrow. That little hand with an arrow allows you to wave to us. So if you want to give me a wave, that would be awesome. And that way we can also tell that you can hear my voice and you can see my screen. Fantastic, everybody. Welcome. Hands are going up everywhere. We've got people from all over the place, different countries with us tonight. So very proud of you. Whoever has invited you onto tonight's webinar was really thinking about you. And so if I can recommend something to you, that take this time for you. You know, take this time as your way of being a blessing to yourself. So what I mean by that is turn off all of the distractions. Move away from the TV. Stay off Facebook. Get off YouTube. Don't let anybody steal this 30 minutes from you, because it really could be 30 minutes that changes your life. The people that you see on this screen here, under the one decision, change your life, change the world, are part of the A-team. These are just some of our team around Australasia. Over here, this is a group of us over in Tahiti. You can see that we're having a little bit of fun. That's the final day. And if you're wanting to know who I am, well, this one here is me. Yep, that's kind of what I normally look like. No, I'm joking. But we're this incredible bunch of people. What a privilege to go to Tahiti together, 5 stars, in one of those over-water bungalows, all expenses paid. Give us a little wave if you would love to be able to go on an all-expenses-paid trip to Tahiti and stay in a bungalow over the water. We've got hands going up everywhere. That's what we had the privilege of doing. That's because of the business and what we do that you're about to hear tonight. This is another one of our fun nights here. This is me and my wife Casey and some of our team having a fun time. These are some of our team over in New Zealand, some of the team over up in Queensland, some of our Singaporean team, and this was our awards and gala night on the weekend. Absolutely sensational evening, and some of the team at another event that we had up on the Gold Coast. You know, it's a lot of fun. You're going to hear from different groups of people tonight sharing their stories and their success. But to give you an idea of what happened for us is we got started in business for ourselves with this company because we had no money. People thought we had a problem with money. We did. It just didn't exist in our lives. You know, we would save for 2 weeks to go out for a cup of coffee and a slice of cake. I'm not sure if anybody on the call understands what that's like, but it's not very nice. Our holidays were in a tent, or we'd get to go and stay with our friends and family. Well, since then, you can tell our lives have totally changed. But the great thing is we've been able to take so many people on that journey with us, and you get to be a part of that too. I want you to imagine for a moment, if in 2 to 5 years, if time and money were not an object in your life anymore, what would you do differently than you're doing today? What would you do with your time? Where would you travel? Would you give back and maybe do a missions trip? Would you spend more time with the family, take them on that vacation, play with the kids? Would you buy yourself a luxury car? You know, I've got my eyes set on a Maserati. I know they don't take corners very well, but gee, I like them. Would you like to have the freedom to do the things that you always dreamed about? So in 2 to 5 years, if time and money were not an object in your life anymore, what would you do differently? You know, we have so many people on this webinar tonight. And I want to ask you a question. Would you do something differently? But the challenge we have is this. Now, these are American statistics, but I can guarantee they're the same here in Australia, or very, very similar. We can't think that because we live in Australia that we're different to America or the rest of the world. We're not. We're going through the same challenges as everybody else. You know, in America, they have 35% of Americans have debts that are reported to collection agencies. Hey, let me tell you, I actually used to work for a company that helped people get out of the debts that they had. It was called a Form 8. What that meant is that people were going to agencies and saying, hey, I've got so much debt. What can I do about that? And there's organizations, there's companies that are set up that negotiate on your behalf to pay off your debt slowly because people are in so much debt. And those businesses are booming right now. In the US, 58% of retirees have saved less than $25,000. Well, in Australia, it's a little different unless you're self-employed. By the age of 65, the average income is $29,000. That's about right here. And if you are under 21, the average worker will have 12 to 15 jobs in their lifetime and hold 10 jobs by the age of 40. The average cost of a 4-year college or university degree is $100,000. It is the same here, especially when you bring in and factor in accommodation and meals and really not working. So it's almost impossible to pursue life's passions with mounting debt and job insecurity and stress. I don't know anybody that isn't struggling today or isn't looking for a way to get through these issues. And then we have Thomas Frey, who says this: the world of work is going to turn upside down as 2 billion jobs, half of all employment on the planet today, will be gone by 2030. You would probably know that and feel that. But here's another statistic. Look at this. Robots will become your co-workers and competitors. Imagine how many jobs, I mean, the car manufacturing industry is a great example. Jobs that used to be done by people are now done by robots. It's the same. It's happening in every industry. I've actually heard that McDonald's now have a robot to flip the patty. It's incredible what's happening out there. If you think of robots as something out of old science fiction film, time to reconsider your views. Between 2011 and 2012, this was 3 years ago, employment of robots was up 40% worldwide. And you and I know that things are growing faster than ever. There are already general purpose robots that cost much, not much more than a year of a minimum wage salary. And because salaries keep going up, that's why employers are looking for alternatives, outsourcing being another one. So we have 2 choices. We can shrink our dreams to fit our income, or we can expand our income to attain our dreams. I want to get a bit of feedback tonight. This webinar only works with feedback. Can I get some feedback? What would you prefer? Just raise your hand if you like the idea of the second one. Expand your income to attain your dreams. Just hit that hand button if that's you. So you said, I want to expand my income to attain my dreams. Absolutely. I'm glad I'm in place. Let's keep going. So what do the experts say? Well, this is Robert Kiyosaki. Robert is, I guess, known as one of the top business consultants, or I guess awareness coaches in the world. He's the author of Cash Flow Quadrant, which has been, I guess, a paradigm shift for so many people in understanding what's really happening out there. 90% of people work in this quadrant, employee and self-employed. That's 90% of people that hold 10% of the wealth. This is where you have a job as an employee, and as a self-employed person, that's where you own a job. I mean, we all know people that are self-employed, and we all know that they can't leave their job, they can't leave their business without taking a massive pay cut, because what happens is they have to be there to run the business, so they own a job. The thing is that 90% of people are there, but only 10% of the wealth is held there. Where over here is where we want to teach you. We want to teach you to become a business owner and then investor. We're going to give you a system that allows you to do that. A system of training and support. A system that's duplicatable, where you don't have to be remarkable. You just have to be you. And if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to be mentored, and if you're willing to allow us to show you what to do, we can help you become a business owner. Where 10% of the people are, but 90% of the wealth is. You see, the number one way to increase your wealth, according to Robert Kiyosaki, is don't get a second job or a third job. In fact, he said start a part-time home business, and that's the thing that did it for us. But the choice you have is you can either pay them or pay you. You see, we want to explain our distribution model. We're in network marketing with a home-based business, and it's simply a change in distribution channels. The traditional distribution model is you have a manufacturer, the manufacturer makes the product and then sells it to the middlemen. The middlemen are generally the wholesalers, the people that have the trucks, that deliver it and all that sort of stuff, and then you have the retailer and then you get it. With network marketing, what happens is you have the manufacturer, and what they do is they generally just deliver it to you, and then you connect people back with the manufacturer through your social network. And one of the great ways of building this business is actually through Facebook. In fact, the majority of you tonight are on this webinar because a friend of yours or a contact, or you may have even found an ad that has come through Facebook or LinkedIn or one of the social networks inviting you onto this webinar. It gives you an idea that the world of doing business at home has changed. No longer do you have to have a whiteboard that gets pulled out in secret after you invite somebody over for dinner. You don't have to trick somebody to do a presentation. All of that is gone. What we have today is a true, proven method that helps people to build a business. But the statistics are this: 78% of people trust recommendations from friends versus only 14% for advertising. We want to teach you how to leverage the power of referral marketing. I mean, who would like to be able to use Facebook, LinkedIn, social media, text messaging on your phone to build a business from home, to generate income from home? Give us a wave if you like that idea. Awesome, absolutely awesome. So, but let's look at some numbers here to get an idea of how big this industry really is. The total global sales for 2012, these are the numbers, okay? So for the National Football League over in America, okay, the American Football League, they did $9.5 billion total global sales. The music industry was $16.5 billion. That's the music industry, the industry that, you know, you watch it on TV, Voice, and all of those other programs. You've got the video gaming industry, $67 billion. The movie industry, $80 billion. Organic products, $91 billion. And then you have network marketing, our industry, $167 billion turnover in 2012. And we have grown every year since. We're bigger than the NFL, the music industry, the gaming industry, and the movie industry combined. Where would you want to be? Where do you think you can make the most amount of money? It's right here. So let's look at what people want. You've got the millennials who have seen the future and they don't like it. They've seen their mum and dad work for an employer for so long and really either get fired, retrenched, or let go of, or the company closes down. They know there is no security in having a job for someone else or working for someone else. They know that they need to do something for themselves and they're looking for the right vehicle to do it. Then we have the baby boomers. The baby boomers who are entering retirement with not enough money. They're entering retirement thinking it's our golden years. We need to be able to enjoy life. But in fact, they're entering retirement on what we call the 40 plus 40 plus 40, which is work 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire on 40% of what you couldn't live on when you had a job. Half of all baby boomers, 76 million, are interested in starting a business in the US alone. It's exactly the same here in Australia. Some of the key leaders that you're going to hear from tonight, actually one or two of them, are actually baby boomers, people that have gone out there and built a business with us to create incredible lifestyles. But then we have the parent revolution. Parents wanting to be parents. What a novel approach. What a novel idea. parents actually wanting to parent their children. They've had enough of other people looking after their kids or not being there for them and missing the important events. Mums want to be able to be at home, but at the same time they understand the importance of being able to contribute financially. Dads have had enough of working for a boss who takes and steals their time, and they want to be home for their kids and watch their first steps and laugh and play and be down the beach. But both want some money as well. Both people want some money for themselves and also to be able to give their children and themselves a better life. There's nothing like being able to take your family on a holiday. I get to take my children, actually one of them's got the HSC, my other one I'm taking to the US in April of next year. There is nothing like being able to travel with your family, to be home with them. In this business, you get to do it. So who are we? We are Mannatech. Founded in 1994, we operate in 24 countries, with 100 patents, tens of millions invested in research. We are a public company. In fact, last year we were voted as one of the top public companies in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, which you would probably know has more tech companies than any other area, or more of our type of company than any other area in the US, and it's incredible that we got voted there. It's an incredible thing that Mannatech is doing. Let's have a look at some more statistics, some more numbers. We have 100 patents in 37 countries. And now we're not talking about patents on our name or patents on our color, which is what most companies talk about. We're talking about patents on our products. We've done 17 human clinical studies to prove that what our products do, what we say our products do, they actually do. That's incredible. I challenge you to find another company that comes close to what we have done. We've actually got 196 people. Actually, in fact, on the weekend, we had another 2 join our ranks. That's 198 people who have earned over $1 million with Mannatech. And we've generated and served 20 million servings of our products to children that are malnourished around the world. Mannatech is the solution. Now, some people out there, they like to look for ways to bring us down. But in fact, what we've been able to do is all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it's ridiculed. Second, it's violently opposed. And third, it's accepted as being self-evident. In 1996, a patent was issued on a product called Ambrotose. In 1999, that patent, that product, that nutrition was questioned. But today, it's affirmed by multiple scientific studies. You know, what we are looking for right now, what we are doing right now is changing the world. So you get to choose the growth markets. There are 3 mega trends that's creating the perfect storm. You've got the wellness, fat loss, and anti-aging market. You've got people wanting to look for business and build a business of their own. You've got social entrepreneurship, which is people wanting to make a difference. Mannatech is right in the middle. Mannatech is right where all of these 3 growth markets collide, and we're saying join us. Look at the demand. The weight management industry is $583 billion global market. The anti-aging industry is $39 billion. Sports and performance, 6.7, and integrative health, $82 billion. And we own our science. We own the technology that you're about to see. You see, this is a cell. Those cells, those things coming out of the cell, these things here are called glycan. They are the cellular alphabet. They are required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet. We own the patent for all 8 of these to be brought together that allow your cells to communicate. That gave us a product called Nutriviric, the world's only plant-derived vitamin and mineral supplement. Youth, the world's first and only anti-aging product that has glycans infused in it that actually helps rebuild the collagen and the elastin and Ambrotose. In 1996, Mannatech developed a new class of plant-based nutrients called glyconutrients or glycans, which are the foundation of our Ambrotose product. Glycans are key for proper communication amongst our cells. Ambrotose is validated in scientific studies. It improves brain function, memory, concentration, attentiveness, mood, the body's ability to respond to bacterial vaccines. It supports the cellular communication, supports digestive function, and it decreases irritability. Who likes the idea of being able to have those kind of benefits? Give us a wave if you like that idea. I think everybody does. Then we have the foundation. These products lay the foundation of our future, but then look what's happened with youth. We developed an anti-aging product called Youth that penetrates the skin matrix and starts to rebuild the collagen of the elastin. It plays a critical role in the skin as they cover almost every cell in our body. If you want to fight back the signs of aging, this is the product to be on. But what about losing weight? Well, Mannatech took that technology, that glycan technology, and they developed a product called Osoline. For those people that are carrying a few extra kilos and you know you want to release some of that weight, those extra inches around your waistline, well, what Mannatech did is they realized that when you diet, half the weight you lose is muscle. What we have here is a product, because of our glycan technology, that makes the body burn fat rather than muscle. How many people do you know that would rather burn fat than muscle? You get to feel great because you combine Osoline with Nutrivirus, you put it into a smoothie. We have what's called a leaner colada. It's yum. It's our Osoline, Nutrivirus, pineapple juice, coconut juice, frozen banana, put a little bit of cinnamon in there. You've got a leaner colada. It is so yummy. And for those of you who don't mind a little bit of extra rum, have a pina colada. No, that won't help you. Anyway, you can reduce your craving and just add it to your smoothies. What are the attributes of the perfect business model? Well, low startup costs, consumable products, leverage long-term income, unlimited income potential, part-time or full-time, potential tax advantages, you get to work from home, and it's social entrepreneur. But before we go there, I want you to hear from just a couple of people who have been taking our product. So let's see who we can get here. Let's get Crystal and Sean on here. Let them share a testimony. Crystal and Sean, are you there?
We're here, James. How are you?
Hello, James.
Oh, wonderful. Why don't you share with them, the guys here, your testimony so far?
Well, I'd like to share my Osoline testimony because I was just at the point where I wanted my confidence back. I felt like my personality was pretty much suffocating in my weight. I'd stumbled on Osoline. I nearly didn't try because I'd tried them all, well, I thought anyway, and failed. But at that point, I hated myself and I was desperate. So I gave it a go, and I'm so glad that I did because I lost my baby weight that I thought I was stuck with for life. I lost 13 kilos, and I'm now happy with me, and that's what's most important.
And for me, James, my story
Good.
Sorry, for me, James, my story started about a year ago when I was living day to day with full-on back and shoulder pain, and with the only release coming from a weekly chiropractic visit and swallowing as many anti-inflammatories and painkillers as I could possibly get hold of. Now, I'm not old, well, I don't think I'm old, and I thought having this pain for the rest of my life was going to be a fairly depressing life. My wife started me on some catalysts from Mannatech, and I couldn't believe my improvements in such a short time. And today, I'm pain-free and feeling younger and stronger than ever.
Oh, congratulations, guys. Thank you for sharing. I want to see if I can get Annette here as well. I'm going to put Annette on the spot. Annette, can you share your testimony, please?
I sure can, James. Look, I love Osoline. I struggled with weight all my life, through my primary school years to my high school years. I was actually when I was 16 years old, I was a size 16 ladies. And I just thought that I was always going to be that big. I'd gone up and down in my weight a lot. Well, 4 years ago, I found Osoline. And in 4 months, I dropped from a size 12-14 to an 8-10 and lost 9 kilos. I thought it was great. Now, I'm still wearing size 8 to 10 clothes, and, it's great. I can't say anything's better. Best thing I've ever used.
I got to see you on the weekend, and you're looking great. Well done, Annette. Well done, Crystal and Sean. Thank you. So, this is what we're talking about. So it's easy to get started with us. You get to select the business pack. You get an account number with a 90-day, 100% money-back guarantee. You establish a monthly order. Just order the products you want to purchase each month. You know, whether it's losing weight, our weight loss products, or our anti-aging products, or our wellness products. You choose. It's simple. But the great thing is that every month that your product comes, you receive a 20% loyalty bonus back onto your account. Kind of like buy 5, get 1 free. But what we love is that we are a social entrepreneur company. That means that every time your order is fulfilled, every time you receive your order, a child is nourished. Then what you do is you connect with people that want to improve their well-being, expand their income, or be part of a great mission. You get world-class support, that you're not in business for you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You know, we're here to support you, encourage you, train you, and show you what to do. So there are 2 sources of income with Mannatech. You have your active income bonuses and your long-term income. Your active income goes like this. You get started as a champion with Mannatech. It's $598. For $598, you get $598 worth of product. Okay, so you never have to purchase that pack again, ever. In your entire life with Mannatech, you never have to get that pack again. But if you help 4 people get started at the $598, you make around $800 just for helping 4 people get started. We've had people do that actually 3 or 4 times in a business period or in 1 month, because every time you help 4, you earn that. What would that be like? Now, let me show you the long-term income. The long-term income is the money that comes in every month as you build a business. That first leadership level is called regional director. It's I guess as you start getting started with us, and generally you could attain that within 1 to 3 months. It's actually not too hard to do for those people that are absolutely serious about building a business. The business volume is 1,500 points. Because of your business, about 15 children will be nourished every month, and the average annual income is up to $5,000 a year. Just give us a wave. Who could do with an extra $100 a week? Could you do with an extra $100 a week? Just hit that hand button and give me a little wave if you could do with an extra $100 a week. Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Just from building a small business of, about 15 clients, 15 people who want to take our products. Let me tell you, you could walk out your door tomorrow and find 15 people who want to use our weight loss product. But look at this. Do it within 1 to 3 months. The asset value of that's around $91,000. What does that mean? Well, if you had $91,000 invested in the bank with around a 5% return or a 6% return, that's going to give you $5,000. That's how we work out the asset value. Our next leadership level is called a national director. A national director has around 6,000 points in their business, nourishes around 60 kids. Annual income is between $6,000 to $18,000 a year. In actual fact, it's $10,000 to $18,000. I need to fix that. That's not correct. It's $10,000 to $18,000 a year. Who could do with an extra $1,000 a month? Would that change your life? Yeah, everyone's putting their hand up now. I was wondering, I was thinking some of you are being a bit quiet. You're waiting for the bigger numbers. Well, that's equivalent to almost $250,000 in the bank. $250,000 in the bank with a 5% return. Long-term income again for an executive director, 20,000 points, 200 kids nourished, $20,000 to $60,000 a year annual income, target 6 to 12 months, asset value almost $1 million. We'd like an extra $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week, would that change your life? We can show you how to do that. We can guide you and mentor you to show you how to do it. Presidential income, 60,000 points, 600 kids. Average income, $70,000 to $110,000 a year. Average, target 1 to 5 years. This is why we say if in 3 to 5 years, if money and time were no longer an issue in your life, what would you do differently? Long term, it could even go further. You just help people earn that $100,000 a year, you'll earn more. Become bronze, silver, gold, or all the way up to platinum presidential, where you earn around $500,000 a year, where life really is played on your terms. But I want you to hear from some people tonight that are on their way and some that have already done it. Let me introduce you to Simon Cryer. Simon has an international business. He is an incredible leader within his team. he got started working from home and the sky has the limit for him. So Simon, are you there?
Hey man, I'm here.
Hi mate.
So yeah, I just wanted to say, prior to getting started in business for ourselves, I was working a job, and it was a bit of a dead-end job, only earning about $300 a week. And that's when I actually met James, the guy you're hearing from on the call tonight. And he said, hey man, let me show you a different way. So we got started at the top package, which is the equivalent of like the $598 package. And so I didn't have the money, so I actually had to borrow it from a couple of friends. And it was just an awesome journey. It was a lot of hard work, absolutely, but you know, we made about $3,000 in our first month in business, so we did quite well. And we were doing after about 6 months, we were making about an extra 20 grand a year. After about 9 months, our income was up to about $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and we were making a six-figure income in our second year in business. So it was kind of awesome, and we doubled it, you know, in our third year. We've gone on to make over a couple $1 million in our business, and we've been able to help not only a lot of kids fight global malnutrition. That's been cool, but we've also been able to help people who are entrepreneurs in business not only earn, you know, a staggering income, which, by the way, I thought an extra $1,000 a month for me at the time was life-changing income. So if that's you, then definitely we can do that. But there's several people on our team that we've personally helped earn over a six-figure income. So I love it. It's great fun. We've been able to travel, pay off debt, and live in different countries and make a difference. And it's just been amazing working with people that you would choose to be in your family. So if I was you, you're listening on this call tonight, highly recommend get started at the top package, give it a go, take advantage of the training, the systems, the proven paint by numbers system that you have to run on, and take advantage of the 90-day money-back guarantee if you're a little bit scared like I was, and just go for it, give it your best, give it a red-hot go, and I don't know, if you're as serious as I was, you may end up getting the same sort of results that me and my family did and having the same sort of fun along the journey. So welcome in advance. Looking forward to getting to know you and hearing your story.
Oh, thanks, Simon. You know, it's great to hear from one person, but what about another one? Let me get Phil Walton Brown. Phil and Patsy got started with us a little while ago, and they, you know, incredible leaders. So, hey, you guys there?
Yes, mate, we're here. Can you hear us okay?
Yep.
Okay. We got started in the business a little while ago, somewhat reluctantly, which is another story, but we got working fairly quickly. We had our own business, which was bringing us a six-figure income, which was quite solid. So we built this as an extra just-in-case kind of income. At the time, the top package cost us $1,375, which we didn't have. But we put it on the credit card, and we got double that back within 2 weeks. In 6 months, we qualified for an all-expenses cruise to the Caribbean. And by the end of our first 12 months in the business, we'd reached the level of what they call executive, which is around about $45,000 a year, which was good because shortly after that, our agency business, which was bringing in all of our income, folded. And we had our Mannatech business to fall back on. If it hadn't have been for that, we could have been in serious trouble. So does it work? Yes, it does, absolutely. Depends on how hard you're prepared to work to get it. But it definitely works, and it's certainly worth it. Thanks, mate.
Well done, Phil and Patsy. Thank you so much. And one more. Hey, Hank, are you there, mate? I want you to hear from this guy. Hank's a great man down in the Melbourne area. So, Hank Vandersea, I'll hand it over to you.
Hi, James. Thank you. We are business people already in the construction industry, commercial construction, turning over 7 figures a year. But, you know, one day I got home and I was so tired, dissatisfied with what was happening, had to find $60,000 a week for payroll for, you know, almost 30 guys. And it was tough. Saw a little ad on the side of my Facebook page, responded to that, got in at the top level, the $595 pack. When the pack came, I threw it in the cupboard for a year in my office. and it sat there. But, you know, I always had this niggling feeling in the back of my mind, mate, you should take a look at that. You should have a look at it. So I spoke to Jan, my wife. We said, we'll give it 90 days. If it works, we'll continue. If it doesn't work, well, we really haven't lost a lot. Long story short, once we made the decision, we started to speak to a couple of people. They all came in. They all came in at the $5.95 pack. Made $2,500 in the first month and made $3,400 in the second month. Tell me if it works? Hey, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. Now,
Thanks. Yep.
I don't have to do construction anymore. It's awesome.
Hank, you're awesome, mate. Please give our love to Jan. You know, and that's it, guys. This does change lives. So which option best suits you? We do have two options. You've heard a lot tonight about the $598 option. Yeah, that's our champion option, the option that is for the serious-minded person, the person that says, I want to build a business. I want to create something. I want to make something happen. I'm ready to go now. You get $598 worth of product, unlimited income potential, access to the power bonuses, which is that big bonus we said at the front, the $800, and you got people will do what you do. Because remember, people follow the leader. You also get 400 pack points every time someone gets started at that level, and you never have to purchase that pack again. Or you get started the basic option. Guess what? It's only $12. So anybody can get started with us. It doesn't matter. If you're thinking, I just want to try the products to start with, no worries, $12. That's it. $12, and then choose the products you want to use. And just from getting started at $12, you can earn up to $4,000 a year just from starting on our products and building the business. So you get to choose which option. You know what? If you're serious, you're ready to change your life, then the champion option is for you. But if you just want to try the products first, the $12 option is for you. And all you have to do is get back to the person that invited you onto tonight's webinar. But what else do you get? Well, we've got a bonus for you. Everyone receives free. If you get started with us tonight, you get websites valued at $30 per month as part of our system. So for everyone that gets started with us tonight, we're going to give you this bonus. You just have to get back to the person who invited you onto tonight's webinar and let them know that I'm ready to go now. Okay, you want to do it tonight. Okay, we can't. You want to get started tonight to get this. You also get a contact management system. You will pay for this over $50 a month to get this anywhere else, and we'll give this to you for free for getting started tonight. You also receive professional training available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And in fact, it really is priceless. Let's say it's about $50 a month. You get to learn people skills, rejection-free prospecting. You get to learn how to market on Facebook and more. You get one-on-one coaching, and you also get our 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, and it's all free. We're going to throw that in. All you have to do is get started tonight. Because basically, let's face it, some people think I don't have the money. Well, let's face it, if you don't have $12, then you need this business. Because if you don't change something today, nothing will change. You've got to know that. Some people say I don't have the time. Well, I've always found that if you want something done, give it to a busy person. And we all know that, and you know this, that if you don't create the time, because we all have the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can find the time. Other people say, I don't know how I'm going to get trained. We take care of that for you. We'll show you every step of the way. And on top of that, just from partnering with us, we get to nourish kids. Our goal is 6.6 million children. Okay, it was 5 million, but it's gone to 6.6 because there's 6.6 million children under the age of 6 that die every year. That's one child every 6 seconds. That is not acceptable. And through your support, your success is going to allow us to nourish children. This is Aura. When she first started taking our products, that's what she looked like on the left. After 12 months, look at that. You know, that's because we were able to give her our products, the same products that you get, we give to her. We give to children just like Aura. So one decision can change everything. To give you back your time, your family, give you back community service, freedom. Richard Branson said that if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes, then learn how to do it later. And that's been the thing for me. I didn't know what to do when I first got started. I didn't know how I was going to speak to people or build a team. All I knew was that I didn't have enough money, that I had enough of being able to, of my wife going down to op shops to buy her clothes. I'd had enough of not being able to spoil my children. I'd had enough of looking at my future and it being stolen from me by other people. I'd had enough. And what I did is I got started and I learned that you get to get started and we'll teach you. You can learn. So get back to the person right now that asked you, that invited you onto this webinar. Let them know, are you the champion or the 12th or the basic? It doesn't matter. Do what you can do, but do it now. And get those free offers that we're giving, those bonuses that are worth almost $200 per month free just from getting started with us tonight. So God bless. Get back to the person who invited you onto tonight's webinar. Let them know which option best suits you. Bye for now.